The ground shakes, dust clouds rise, and two titans collide. Horns locked, muscles rippling, every movement a test of raw strength and ancient instinct. This isn't just a fight. It's a PvP deathmatch between two maxed-out tank builds, and only one will walk away. The Black Rhino doesn't dodge, doesn't bluff. It charges straight in with 1,500 kilograms of armor and a horn that can pierce bone like paper. One bad angle, one slip-up, and it's game over. This build has survived saber-tooths, droughts, even the Ice Age patch. But now, it's on the verge of being meta-deleted. Not because it's weak, but because it's too strong and too rare for its own good. Today, we break down the Black Rhino, one of the most overbuilt, overhunted, and misunderstood solo mains in the game. Ready? Let's load into the server. Open the world, where the mysteries are revealed, what you have never imagined. Buried in the ancient source code of nature's armory lies one of the most underrated boss-tier weapons ever spawned. The Black Rhino's dual horn system. This isn't just cosmetic. It's a biological warhead forged not from bone, but from compressed keratin, the same material as your fingernails except evolved under pressure to punch through bone, muscle, and reputation. The main horn, up to 140 centimeters of blunt force trauma. The secondary horn, a precision tool for control, intimidation, and follow-up. There's no bone marrow inside, just raw, solid impact core. Lightweight enough for speed, dense enough for carnage. It doesn't shatter like antlers. It doesn't chip like tusks. This thing was built to be slammed into soft targets at over 55 kilometers per hour, without mercy and without breaking. Activate the horn charge skill, and the Rhino becomes a freight train with targeting. You blink, it hits, and if it lands clean, organs rupture, limbs buckle. The fight is over before it begins. No second phase, no respawn. But the horn isn't just a PvP nuke. In the wild, it doubles as a terrain domination tool. Clear brush, unroot saplings, tear through thick scrub like a bulldozer in beast mode. Add the zoning display roar, and most enemies will disengage before contact. This isn't just a weapon slot. This build is a walking siege engine, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone dumb enough to test it. In the current patch, the Black Rhino remains active across Eastern and Southern Africa, with stable spawns in Kenya, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. But don't expect random encounters. This build doesn't just wander, it selects maps with synergy. Preferred terrain? Think biome mashups, semi-deserts for heat training, dry forests for ambush cover, and floodplains for hydration uptime. But two core buffs are non-negotiable: water access and mineral-rich soil, essential for nutrient optimization and cooldown recovery. This build thrives in areas with dense shrubs, turning camouflage into a passive skill. And when things heat up, it activates mud armor, a self-applied status resistance that neutralizes heat and parasites alike. Bottom line, this is a build that doesn't roam. It strategically locks into maps where buffs stack and debuffs vanish. Clocking in at a staggering 800 to 1,400 kilograms, the Black Rhino doesn't just spawn into the game, it drops like a raid boss. Classified as a mid to heavy weight tank, this build trades agility for raw presence. Its dermal armor, up to 5 centimeters thick, acts as natural plate mail, absorbing claw strikes, goring attempts, and even minor ballistic force. It's like rolling into PvE zones with passive damage reduction stacked by nature. Despite its size, this build isn't sluggish. With a sprint speed of 55 kilometers per hour, it can close distance faster than most herbivore mains and even pressure mid-tier predators. But what sets it apart isn't just brute strength, it's finesse. The prehensile upper lip acts like a botanical grappling hook, allowing precision farming, leaf stripping, and food selection in tight terrain. In short, it's a battle-hardened herbivore that plays like a siege unit, but for plants. Don't let the tanky appearance fool you. The Black Rhino isn't a group fighter. This is a solo-class melee build with no herd mechanics, no assist bonuses, and zero tolerance for trespassers. Outside of brief breeding windows and single mother care cycles, this unit prefers absolute independence. But its territorial defense system? Brutal. It uses precision scent pylons, carefully placed dung heaps and urine sprays to establish boundaries. These aren't random droppings, they're coded warnings. Cross them, and you trigger the rage buff. Multiple real-world encounters confirm this build can charge, flip, and wreck threats, including vehicles and when provoked. Its sensory array is cunningly skewed. Vision, debuffed, max 25 to 30 meters clarity. Hearing, enhanced. Ears swivel 180 degrees to triangulate sound threats. Smell, overclocked. With S-tier olfactory coding, it can read scent trails, mark zones, and detect reproductive status from long range. Its behavior cycle? Crepuscular tanking. Active at dawn and dusk, it uses midday hours to wallow in mud pits, not for leisure, but to reduce body heat and annihilate parasites. This is status resistance by immersion. So while other herbivores rely on numbers, the black rhino bets on rage range, terrain control, and primal coding. It doesn't see you, but it hears you. And if you're in the red zone, it's already moving. In the world of open-world survival sims, most players default to builds with herd buffs, social aggro warnings, or high DPS support. But the Black Rhino, this unit plays solo, and it plays hardcore mode. This is a true solo build. No squad queues, no voice chat, no shared XP. Males control their own zones like regional bosses, while females only co-op with offspring, and even that party disbands after a few years. Outside of mating season, encounters with same-species players often lead to PvP or disengage roles. No teamfight synergy here, just raw territorial lockdown. In meta terms, the Black Rhino invests heavily in resource zone management, focusing on map Conti. The PvP trigger goes red. These fights aren't showy, they're sudden, brutal, and often fatal. Black Rhino males aren't gankers, they're territory gatekeepers. And even clueless Jeep builds have learned, enter the aggro radius and you roll for damage. If you're looking for a high-risk, high-reward solo tank that doesn't ask for help and doesn't forgive mistakes, the Black Rhino might just be your next main. In a battle of raw force, it's max HP versus armor-piercing damage. The elephant build dominates with sheer bulk, running the highest HP pool in the entire game. Its trunk combo can grapple, displace, and counter with terrifying precision. But the Black Rhino doesn't play the long game. It specializes in burst DPS, using a high-speed dual horn strike aimed directly at weak points, like the legs or abdomen. In open terrain, the Rhino usually loses. Elephants outmass them nearly 2-to-1 and can tank the first hit. But in tight corridors or surprise ambushes, the Rhino's first strike can be fatal. When it comes to mid-weight PvP, few matchups are as balanced or as brutal as Black Rhino versus Cape Buffalo. Both are semi-tank builds with maxed out melee damage, high rage triggers, and a strong preference for close-range brawls. The key difference? Playstyle. The Buffalo relies on herd buffs and team aggro. The Rhino? A true solo main, built for 1-versus-1 dominance. In isolated combat, the Rhino's longer horn reach and faster acceleration during charge attacks usually tip the fight. So what is the final result? Solo fight? Rhino wins. Mob encounter? Buffalo stacks the odds and overwhelms. Either way, it's a matchup where even the victor walks away limping. It's not the most versatile weapon, but when built correctly, the Rhino's horn becomes one of the most dangerous close combat tools in the entire land-based ecosystem. Don't let its slow appearance fool you. This build doesn't need claws or fangs. Just one well-placed charge is enough to wipe the whole team. Do you want to harness the power of this build? Leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss the next battles. Thanks for watching till the end, and good luck out there.